Stay Gurupyo Namaha children. We welcome to our online learning initiative Ekalaiva. Today we are going to see lesson number 1, Know Your Planet. What is meant by solar system? The solar system is the gravitationally bound system of the sun and a collection of objects that orbit it either directly or indirectly. How many planets are there in the solar system? Yes, there are 8 planets are there in the solar system. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Now we are going to learn about these planets one by one. See, first of all, Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet and it is nearest to the Sun. It is extremely hot during the day and extremely cold during the night. The second planet is known as the Venus. Venus is the hottest and brightest of all the planets and it can be seen in morning as well as in evening. It is called as the morning star or evening star. The third planet is known as the Earth. The Earth is the unique planet in the solar system. The fourth planet in the solar system is called Mars. It is also known as the red planet. Why? Because of the presence of red soil and rocks. The fifth planet in the solar system is known as the Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. The sixth planet is known as the Saturn. It is the second largest planet in the solar system. It has beautiful rings around it that are made up of ice and dust. The seventh planet is known as Uranus. A thick layer of gas covers this planet. The eighth planet in the solar system is known as the Neptune. It is far away from the sun. The cold winds blow here are very high speed. These are the 8 planets. They revolve around the sun. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are the 8 planets revolve around the sun. Which planet do we live in? Yes, Earth. Earth is a unique planet. It is the only planet in the solar system that has water and air. In this lesson, we are going to learn about Earth. Earth is otherwise called as the blue planet. Do you know why? Because it contains nearly 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. For that purpose, Earth is otherwise called as the blue planet. Earth has large land masses and water bodies. The large land masses are called continents. There are 7 continents are there in the world. They are Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Africa, Australia and Antarctica. The large water bodies are called Oceans. There are five oceans are there in the world. They are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Indian Ocean, and the Southern Ocean. These are the five oceans are there in the world. Now we are going to learn about the shape of the earth. In ancient time, the earth was flat and steep edges. Ferdinand Magellan was a Portuguese explorer. He became the first European to sail the Pacific Ocean and the first to sail around the world, and he proved that the earth is round in shape. Now we are going to learn about globe. Have you ever seen this picture? Yes. A globe is a small model of the earth. It shows the distribution of land and water on the earth's surface. We can see the correct shape, size, and location of the continents and oceans. But it is very difficult for us to carry from one place to another place. A globe is small and all the details of a place cannot be shown accurately. Only one half of the earth can be seen at a time. Now we are going to learn about map. A map is the representation of the earth's surface. The word map comes from the Latin word mappo. It is nothing but napkin. Gerardus Mercator was a Flemish mapmaker, was the first to publish the collection of maps in the form of a book. A book of maps is called an atlas. A map is used to show continents, countries, cities, etc. Small areas can be also seen accurately by using the map. Now, we are going to learn about the types of maps. Map can be divided into three different types. They are physical map, political map, and the final one is climatic map. The physical map shows the physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, and rivers. In this picture, we can see the northern plains, Deccan Plateau, Indian Desert, the Himalayan ranges. Right. These are the places can be marked by using the physical map. The second one is the political map. The political map is used to show continents, countries, states, and their capital. Today, India is a union of 28 states and 9 union territories. The third type of map is called the climatic map. Climatic maps are special types of maps which are used to represent the climatic regions. It shows the general information about climate and rainfall of a region. The climatic maps can represent the climates of a region, continents, or the entire world. They use a combination of precipitation, temperature, seasonal variations, and geographic features to identify climatic zones. Next one, we are going to learn about compass. A compass is an instrument. It is used for navigation. It shows direction relative to the cardinal directions. The needle of the compass always points towards the north direction. So, we can easily find other directions using a compass. N stands for north, E stands for east, W stands for west, S stands for south. By this four letters only we got the name news. A map follows a system of directions. The top of the map is north, the bottom of the map is south, the east is to the right, and the west is to the left. We can also mark the four intermediate directions on a map. The directions in between the major directions are called the intermediate directions. They are northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. The direction northeast lies between the north and the east, and the direction northwest is lies between the north and the west. The direction southeast is lies between the south and the east, and the southwest lies between the south and the west. Now we are going to learn about scale. Scale is not possible to show the actual size of the earth on a map. Why? Because it is too large. The ratio between the distance on the ground and the distance on the map is known as the scale of a map. Maps are always drawn to scale. Now we are going to learn about symbols. There is not enough space on a map to show mountains, rivers, lakes, dams like that. So, different symbols are used on a map to give us this information. For example, in this first picture, it represents mountain. In the second symbol, that the plus represents highest elevation. The third symbol, it represents a river. In the fourth symbol, it shows capital. And this fifth symbol, the small dot, it shows city. And the next symbol, it shows town. After town, this symbol shows highway. And this symbol shows railroad. And the next symbol shows airport. And the final symbol, it shows the national park. Now we are going to learn about colors. We use different colors to show various things on a map. Colors provides the identification to many features such as vegetation and water. Black color shows the man-made objects such as dam, lake like that. And the blue color represents the water bodies such as ocean, sea. And the next color green represents vegetation. And the next color red represents the densely populated areas. And the brown color represents the elevation such as mountain ranges. Recapitulation: a globe is a small model of the earth. A map represents the earth on a flat surface. There are three different types of map. They are physical map, political map, and the climatic map. Next, directions. North, south, east, and west are the four major directions. The scale of a map is the ratio between the map distance and the actual distance between the two places. The symbols and colors are used to represent different features on a map. Thank you, children.